Y'all niggas got me hot. Yeah.
Is we live? Is we live? Is we live? Yes, you are now tuned into the Rare Podcast. And of course, I'm your host of the most, NK, aka the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. Big up Madam Ashley, she couldn't be here today. But we have a returning guest, a friend of the show at this point. You know what I'm saying? My bro, introduce yourself.
Yo, it's me again, Groovy Hours, Jimmy. We're in the building one more time to actually do what we were supposed to do last week.
We got carried away with the verses, debates, and the music stuff. We're gonna handle business, but before we do that, we like to do a little segment called Rare Moment of the Week. We like to spotlight a creative or someone we feel needs the accolades or the attention. Jimmy, do you have a Rare Moment of the Week?
Yeah, I do. It's a rapper from East London, actually. His name is DTDL, so it's DEETDL. And like he has a new bubbling breakout hit called Heads Up, which is like nearing 50k streams on Spotify and so on and so forth in it. So he's like a very introspective kind of rapper, but he's got a very fun personality. His flow is pretty fluid, and he's a genuinely entertaining rapper. Like he raps about things that the little things in life, but in an entertaining manner. So I want to just give him a shout out.
Yeah, big up him. My Rare Moment of the Week is a artist called N Brown. He has a song out called Lasky Baby. And it's kind of a fusion between like Afro swing and R&B. Like the beat sounds straight out of like a Neptune's beat. Like guitar heavy R&B beat, but like he provides like, you know, vocals that you'd hear like an Afro beats, and it's kind of a nice fusion between the two. And yeah, man, he was teasing the song on TikTok for time. Yeah. And then he finally released a song, and he released a song and a sped up version of the song, which I appreciate, you know, variety and options. But yeah, big up M Brown. Let's Get the Baby's a banger. I've been playing it for a while, and yeah, man, like he's a cold artist. To be fair, Azrael, who's a guest we had on the show a few times, he told me about this artist like months ago, and then you know I finally discovered him on TikTok. But yeah, big up M Brown with Last Giddy Baby. But that's been Rare Moment of the Week. We'll catch you next week. Now we are here to finally talk about film. You know,
no warm up, bro. Let's get straight to it.
Let's get straight to it, man. We're here to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And disclaimer, there will be spoilers. Yep. Spoiler alert. We are going to talk about everything under the sun. So if you ain't seen the movie, I don't know how, because it's been a while since the movie's been out, but go and see the movie and then come back to this review so we can chop it up. But before we get into the meat and potatoes, what were your thoughts going into the movie? So like, not like from the trailers and all of that, like what were your thoughts? Like, were you excited for this? Were you kind of tired out by Marvel? Like, what was your thoughts going into Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
Okay, so it was a bit of two. So first of all, of all of the, let's call it sub-franchises in the MCU, Guardians is probably my favorite. Okay. I'm not sure if it's the best, but it's just the one I resonate with. Yeah. So I was very excited to see that they were all going to be together, because obviously James Gunn nearly wasn't there. So I was excited to see that James Gunn was there and everyone's going to have like their last moment in the sun before going off wherever. So from a Guardians perspective, I was excited. However, I was also excited for Thor Love and Thunder. And needless to say, that didn't work out too well for me.
Shambolic.
I think that's one of the worst. I think that is the worst Marvel film ever I've ever seen.
Up there.
It's generally a contender for the worst. But
it's definitely up there.
So, you know, there were a lot of Marvel films that just recently have not been that exciting. And even the good ones of recent aren't great. Aren't mind-blowing. Like, Shang-Chi's cool. Yeah. But I wouldn't say the game changed from it. So it was a bit of both. So I was like excited because Guardians, but I was like, oh, I don't know if the Marvel fatigue is just gonna bleed into Guardians 3.
Yeah, for sure. I guess my feeling going into the movie, this is like controversial. I'm not the biggest fan of Guardians. I respect Guardians. Like I feel like the first movie's a good movie. The second movie's fine, but like I'm not like Guardians isn't a franchise for me. I understand what it does, but I feel like it's not Guardians' fault, but Guardians started to cause a lot of the problems I have in Marvel with like every movie has to have 10,000 jokes in the film and stuff like that. It's not Guardians' fault because when Guardians first came out, that was fresh in Marvel. Yeah. That was fresh. But then ever since Guardians 1, I feel like every Marvel movie has been trying to copy the formula of
Guardians.
Of kind of Guardians where it's like each series should have its own identity. In the beginning phase of Marvel, I like that Captain America turned into like this ultra political drama. Guardians were like the comedy relief movie, and then Iron Man was like stuff in between. And even Thor was like this big fantasy series. Each like series had its own thing. Of course, there's like MCU humor, but I felt like post Guardians, it just got turned up to 11. And I thought Guardians 2 was fine. It's a decent movie. But going into this one, I was like, I'm already down on Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of the franchise. Okay, let's see where it goes.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're going to get into the movie now. Bro, that movie was sensational.
That movie was banging,
That movie was sensational.
That movie was banging. Oh my days, fam. Listen.
Bro, there's a lot to unpack in the movie. But if you were to say like standout character in that movie, in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, who was the standout character for you?
I'm not even guessing. They all were cooking.
Yeah.
They were all cooking. And usually, like, there is always one. There's always that one that gets the most attention in a Marvel film, in any film. But, bro, all of them were cooking. From Star-Lord, Gamora. You know what? I want to shout this out because I didn't expect her to be that good. I don't know if she was the best, but I didn't expect her to be as good as the rest.
Yeah.
Nebula was incredible.
Big up Nebula. Nebula was amazing.
Unbelievable. I couldn't believe. When we even get to the action scenes, I will talk about it. But Nebula was unreal. I think the beauty of Guardians, and this is why I love it so much, is that there is a lot of importance in the way all the Guardians interact with each other.
Yeah.
The biggest issue I have with Avengers is that, okay, so we have Iron Man and Cap. We kind of have Iron Man Hulk. Maybe Iron Man Thor. Apart from that, no relationship bears incredible significance. Black Widow and Captain America's relationship is nah. Hawkeye and Widow is supposed to be important, but I don't feel it.
Yeah.
Tony, Thor and Widow, like it's just
they have nothing to
do. Thor and Hawkeye have nothing to do. Like there's no real family unit, and there's no importance in how they treat each other. Guardians, every character has a significant relationship with another member of the Guardians, from Star-Lord and Rocket, Drax and Mantis, Nebula and Gamora, even Groot. Like, even though you don't talk, the way they all treat Groot, it means something to the movie. So where you end up loving them all and loving how they treat each other.
Yeah, they felt like a real family in this movie. Like, not even to quote Fast and Furious, but family. But,
even Fast and Furious don't even do it.
No, they don't do family the way they do. But I felt like, I'm glad you brought up Nebula, because Nebula in this movie felt like such a part of, like, because obviously she got recruited into like the Guardians in the second movie, and then this is kind of the first movie where she's like fully
involved,
a member of the team, and she fit right in perfectly. We're gonna get to it, but the scene between Drax, Mantis, and Nebula, when they're on the high evolutionary ship, and they're just discussing like the dynamic between each other, like it felt so natural, and she fits right in, and she ended up becoming like one of my favorites in the show. I mean, in the movie. So obviously my favorite character in the movie was obviously Rocket, and obviously you can argue that Rocket's the main character of this thing, and we'll get to that, but I agree with you. Just the dynamics between everyone, like you understood perfectly why these people hang around each other and why they're not just a team, but they're a family. So that when Rocket got taken away, you saw how it affected each member of the Guardians.
And you understood why they had to slide for him.
Exactly. And it's like, I feel like it's the best relationship, it's the best on-screen relationship we've seen in the Guardians franchise, where just everything, even Gamora. I loved, obviously, what I was afraid of coming into this movie is that they're gonna like make this Gamora fall in love with Peter Quill, or make her an exact clone of the other one. This Gamora felt like Gamora, but her own thing. Like you still saw traces of like the old Gamora in there, but she's an entirely different person at the end of the day. And what I loved is that how her interactions with each member of the Guardians was unique. Her scenes with Peter Quill were hilarious, of course.
Yeah, they were.
But even the fact that obviously we all knew she was gonna like, you know, save the day and like unite with the Guardians for a brief moment, but that moment felt earned. It didn't feel forced. And there was a scene where, like, I love the scene where they're in that, I'm terrible with names, but they're in like that weird like space center. Weird space center. And, you know, Peter Quill's trying to exercise diplomacy and be like, you know, trying to like sneak his way into it, and then Gamora is just like, I'm gonna shoot, like I'm gonna
Shoot my
take
way out of
hostage,
it, yeah.
I'm gonna shoot people, and she really felt like her daughter Thanos.
Thanos,
Both of them,
Both,
Nebula and Gamora, felt like
Daughters
daughters of actual Thanos. In this
think,
film.
I think I'll be real. When I went into the film,
Yeah.
and even watching the film, I was like, I really want them to get back together. I wanted Peter and Gamora to get back together. Now I look back, I'm glad they didn't do it.
Yeah.
The right thing happened. But for me, I felt like I just wanted them to get back together because for me, they're my favorite MCU couple. So I was like,
I mean, the bar's in hell though, to be fair, for MCU couple.
It's not good at all.
It's not good at all.
But Hulk and Widow and Peggy and Steve, yeah, it's not nice.
That's
but
not nice.
Steve, I mean, Star-Lord and Gamora is the best couple. And I always felt like they got done dirty in Infinity War.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wouldn't have even minded if they just said Infinity War was nothing, let's restart and have them together. But I know the right thing was done in the dynamic of the new Gamora and Peter Quill. And I feel like what I like the most is Gamora and the way she acted in a way felt like, one, it was refreshing change.
Yeah.
And it gave her a new direction and everything. But it was also a good way for Peter to deal with of losing his old Gamora. Like, it was a unique way of someone to deal with loss in seeing basically a image of your love, and it's not her.
Yeah.
It's not her. And he had to deal with that and accept that throughout the movie. And he was probably like, oh no, you don't remember. It's like, it's not a memory thing. It's not even her.
Yeah.
When she dashed him.
Yeah.
And then she was gonna swing at him, and it's just like, okay.
And also, it's like, yeah, like you said, it's an interesting way of dealing with grief, because like in grief, you kind of like have to let go and move forward, but you literally had to let go of that old image of her, let go of the love and accept that this person in front of me, is not the person I fell in love with.
Exactly.
Like I may grow to love this person, but whatever happens with this person is its own thing.
It's his own thing.
And it's not that. And kind of like, I like the fact that, you know, she opened up and hugged him and said, you know what, I understand why the other version of me liked you, and like, cool, but like, I am who I am, you are who you are. But we've come to an understanding that, you know, we're cool. We're cool, basically.
And another thing as well is, I feel like it makes, again, I don't like it, but it makes the death in Infinity War feel significant.
Exactly.
It's like, no, something really did change with that. If you just put it back to normal, then it's just, oh, she didn't really die. Exactly. She might as well should have been snapped, but she actually died. That Gamora died.
And that's the thing post Infinity War that I've always wanted. I've wanted, even though like, yes, the Avengers brought back the people who got snapped away, I want lasting consequences
of what happened.
What happened, because man shattered the universe. Like there should be ripple effects after that. And I like the fact that in Guardians, like, yeah, like just because we got this, we brought a Gamora here, like things aren't sweet. But what do you think of the High Evolutionary as a MCU villain?
You know what? It was a refreshing change of pace. I think since maybe Zemo in Civil War, there's been this kind of this new trend of like trying to make the villain understandable and make it, you know, someone we can relate to and everything. I'm tired of that, man.
Make villains.
Just make villains. Like, I think, don't make them completely one-dimensional, but don't waste my time trying to make me sympathize and feel some type of way. Sometimes it works. Killmonger worked to an extent.
Thanos worked to a degree.
Yeah, Thanos worked to an extent, but I feel like even with Thanos, I feel like they almost went too much into it, and now people are leaving the film going, Thanos was right.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to think the villain is right.
Yeah.
That's why I even get upset with Infinity War. I even said this. I said, I don't like the overpopulation stuff they did with Thanos. Not because it wasn't a good way to go about it, because it did make him different, but you didn't even bother to make him wrong. Like, you give him all that stuff, you have to make him wrong, because otherwise I'm just going to leave it from going, oh,
well, I guess in Infinity was in their defense, they did say it was like, it's genocide. And people have said like, okay, why is his first option to slaughter half of the universe where he could easily create more resources?
True. But the film doesn't say that.
Yeah.
That's the problem. The film has to say it. But you know, but that's just one of the dangers that you get when you make them.
For sure.
Yes. But yeah, with this High Evolutionary, it was just like, he's just a waste man. He's conceited. He doesn't He doesn't really want to. I don't really know. Like he wants to kind of make. He just wants to change.
He
things,
wants to
alter
build
things.
the world in his image. I can't lie.
In his
Like
image.
that's really what he. That's really what I understood was that he was so obsessed with human evolution, not even with just evolution, but he wants to be at the center of that evolution.
Yeah.
He wants to be God, basically. He's got a God complex.
He had a bar. He was like, "There is no God." That's why I stepped in. I was like,
I was like, boy. But just to see the treatment of, I can't lie, like I'm not somebody who necessarily like falls for like art, like who gets emotional during these movies. But the treatment of Rocket and the treatment of the other animals at the facility was heartbreaking.
Hard to see as well.
It was hard to watch. I can't lie. Like even the initial scenes where they took Rocket, they experiment on him, and then you see like I love they did like a cut where they showed obviously an adult Rocket with like the metal pieces on his chest, and then they cut to obviously him as like a child or adolescent, like getting operated on, and just seeing the way even Rocket's speech patterns evolved, and even just seeing how Rocket wanted to be loved, wanted to be appreciated, like any child wanted to seek validation from the parent figure, from the parent figure essentially, and it was just like a completely abusive and manipulative relationship to the point where like he used Rocket, and then it was the scene where like Rocket figures out like the equation for like the experiment, and Rocket say something like, "Oh, like we can go into the new world together," and High Evolutionary was like, "You were never gonna make it into the new world. Like you were just
And it was mad as well. He made him feel dumb for not realizing. He was like, "Oh, how could you not figure that out? That you're not coming with me?" I was like, "Oh, that's deep."
Yeah, the High Evolutionary, like you said, is the first Marvel villain in a while that's truly despicable.
Yeah,
because I feel like you said, like there's a trend in Marvel where every villain has to be like this morally ambiguous. I kind of get where he's coming from.
Namor annoyed me.
Oh, bro.
Oh my god, that's the worst one. That's the worst one. But I killed her mother, and the ending was supposed to be
come together.
What?
Fuck that.
What are we doing?
Fuck that. Like that.
He didn't even go jail. He didn't even go Wakanda jail. They were
imprison him. Like he didn't. If they didn't want to kill him, like imprison him. Like do something. Like the whole. It didn't make sense. The whole. It wasn't even an eye for an eye. Like you literally went into like Wakanda and killed the queen right after they've just lost their king. And you want me to exercise diplomacy?
No, it don't work.
Allow that.
Don't work. It don't work.
Allow that.
I know what you're trying to do, but it didn't bang. It didn't bang.
Nah, this unite the people stuff.
No.
Nah, execution was terrible. I hated that. I hated it so much. No. Like maybe Panda. Deep it. Wakanda. Sorry, I know we're gonna get back to, but Wakanda literally just lost. They lost their first king in T'Chaka. They lost their second king in T'Challa.
Then they lost their queen in what's her name? Ramona.
Ramona. Yeah, but they lost the queen. But basically, they've lost 3 monarchs. 3. And you're responsible.
What country has a king killed and we don't slide in real life? You think you can body Camilla and Charles and we're not gonna slide?
And this is and the thing is, this is Black Panther. This ain't Spider-Man. We kill people.
Yeah, we're on it, bro. We're on it. We're on it.
Like,
are you joking? We're sliders.
Didn't
T'Challa go halfway around the universe to catch Zemo?
Yeah.
Nah.
T'Challa killed Killmonger. Literally.
His cousin.
Yeah, I mean,
his cousin.
It was an accident, but
he did was kill his uncle.
Yeah.
Uncle wasn't even no king. You see, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they tried to do the whole thing with Namor and it didn't work. For me, at least, it didn't work.
I just feel like High Evolutionary was somebody like you hate, and the thing is, especially with this movie, like you can't. What I loved about High Evolutionary is that if they had attempted to make him sympathetic, you've literally experimented on animals. You've literally tortured one of the focal characters of this film. There's no way you can have a redeeming moment for this character. But yeah, Rocket's journey throughout the movie was excellent. Like Rocket, in this movie, Rocket became my favorite Guardian.
Yeah.
Just seeing.
Who was it before?
To be fair, it was Rocket. To be fair, it was Rocket. I didn't really do it with the Guardians. I never had a favorite. I just liked them as an ensemble.
Yeah, I hear that.
I think my favorite dynamic was obviously Rocket and Groot.
Yeah,
as a pairing. But yeah, Rocket became my favorite character in Guardians just because of seeing his backstory and just seeing like how he's grown from that, like how even where his name came from, Rocket, because that was emotional.
That scene where he sees the animal labeling and he knows he's a raccoon, and then he calls himself raccoon. Yo, why was I so gassed for a brother calling himself a raccoon?
And the whole series, like, I'm not a raccoon. It's like, no, I'm actually a raccoon.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole franchise was just him saying, I'm not a raccoon, don't call me that, don't call me that.
No, the scene that got to me, I can't lie, was when he sees like the baby raccoons and he picks them up and it's like, I can't lie, I'm freeing my people stuff. I'm freeing my people. No longer will we be oppressed. We're going home. We're going home.
No, that was lovely, man.
Just the scene of like him interacting with like the other like imprisoned animals and then kind of interacting in their cells and giving each other names and playing game and, you know, finding solace in that hard time. And then obviously
then it's taken away because of
High Evolutionary. Man. I hated him, and even the fact that the universe he built is basically Earth, because when Peter Quill and Star-Lord and all of these man were going through the thing, they saw like there was like financial inequality.
Yeah, people selling drugs.
People selling drugs.
I was like, raw.
I was like, so you've basically built Earth.
Yeah, you basically built Earth.
He basically built Earth, and he wanted it because I think he wants to be worshipped. I think there's a part of the High Evolutionary where it's like he wants to be idolized and wants, like you said, he wants to be a god. Was a relationship in the movie that, like I said, Nebula, Drax, and Mantis.
Nice little side plot there.
I loved every part. Like, I didn't expect the movie to go there. And what I loved about this movie is that, remember what I said to you about the MCU, like having mad jokes. What I loved about Guardians of the Galaxy, not only did it explain why Drax is the way he is, or why Mantis are like, they're basically goofballs, but why that's important.
Yeah.
They like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason why they are the way they are, because like as cliche as it sounds, sometimes you can't like violence your way through things. Sometimes you need that person that's gonna de-escalate and bring things together. And we saw how useful Drax was when he was able to unite the children. Yeah. Nobody else
was able to do that.
Nobody else in that team can fill that role like Drax does, because obviously we know in the first Guardians, Drax lost his daughter. I mean, in the first movie, Drax was like a rage-filled person, and he easily could have allowed that rage to like consume him and carry it through the different films. But you know what? He said, you know what? I'm going to be an asset to the team. I'm going to be, not even intentionally, but I'm going to be like a friendly force in this team. And some people can take that for granted. But we saw in this movie why characters like him and Mantis are important. So I love that.
I never took Drax and the way he behaves with the Guardians as a reflection to him as a father until that scene. I never thought of it as, oh yeah, of course, because he's got a daughter and he plays, obviously he was very, very playful with them and he wants to make them laugh and everything. And then when you kind of think back to many scenes in the Guardians, there's always moments where someone is kind of depressed and he jokes around with them. Yeah. And now those things that were just funny now
have meaning.
Yeah, and it means so much more to his character and it makes his character so much better. But the best thing about Drax and Mantis and Nebula and everything, they're finally hoopers. They're finally hoopers, bro. Listen, I love Guardians 1, I love Guardians 2, and the action's nice. It's cool.
This right here?
This was it.
Elite action.
This was it. This was an action movie.
Bro, we have to talk about the scene. The hallway scene. Bro.
Before that, bro. Groot and Star-Lord.
Oh, yeah. Bro, what I say though, and this is what I'll say, James Gunn has evolved as a director. Yeah. Because like you said, the first two Guardians movies, I wasn't really there for the action. I was there for like the character moments. I was there for the comedy. I was there for like just the world building and the atmosphere. This right here,
brother, you can't chat to these Guardians. They'll smack you up.
This is how you do action, bro. And what I loved about this is that the team, they felt like a well-oiled machine. Yeah. A team that knows each other's strengths and weaknesses and seasoned veterans. Yeah. Seasoned.
Keep going.
They're seasoned. They know what. Listen, when Groot. No, and the thing is, Joe, what the funny part was about the setup about the when they were fighting on top of the High Evolutionary ship. Go ahead. You see in scenes earlier, Groot picking up the. If you go back, you can see him like putting the guns in himself.
Oh,
you
I
can
didn't
see him setting up. Like, if you go back here, there's a scene that happens earlier where Groot's holding mad guns, and we're thinking, what's going on?
Oh.
You could see that Groot was ready.
Every buck this man had a gun.
Had a bleak.
Oh my God.
Big 4-5, no safety pussy.
Oh,
Big
my
4-5.
days, fam. Gun here, brother.
And the way Star-Lord was circling around the move.
Brother.
I said,
I said, you know what, bro? James, you know what, yeah? One of my biggest fears was, how are they going to make Star-Lord look after the way the Russos dismantled this guy? Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
You died for Yash. I'm so sorry.
The way this character was dismantled, I said, how are they going to do it? How are they going to do it? Bro, I'm so glad they went. First of all, they pretty much just ignored his mistake. They ignored it. And I get why. Because James Gunn didn't want it to happen. He said it in an interview. He was like, he wouldn't have done that, all of that stuff.
Oh, what? The Thanos thing?
The Thanos thing. He wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it either. But they made Star-Lord an actual leader in this. It's like you said, a well-oiled machine. Star-Lord was a leader. Don't get me wrong. Rocket is the new leader and he's the captain and everything. But as he was like, recovering everything, they made Star-Lord the leader. They made Star-Lord get things done. They made Star-Lord think on his feet. The action when he's like, and like obviously the High Evolutionary, like he thinks he has them trapped in that place in the top. And then Star-Lord's like, now kill them all. And that's when the guns come out. And then they grab the dude with the thing in his eye. They fly all the way down to the bottom. Groot comes and catches them. His bark becomes wings. Bro, that's exceptional, bro.
Bro, just like I said, the synergy between the Guardians team throughout this movie was crazy. But yeah, Star-Lord, listen, after Infinity War, I became like Star Wars hater. Like, I was like, this guy died for Nyash. This guy sacrificed the universe for some, like, I was, and I still haven't all the way forgiven him. But he's on the road to recovery.
His stocks plummeted so bad.
His stocks.
I was fighting for my life on Twitter, I was dying at it.
Nah, I can't lie. That Infinity War stuff was crazy. But but I do like the fact that, they address it. Like, he's depressed in the beginning of Infinity, in the beginning of the movie. He's an alcoholic. He's drinking a lot. But like, it kind of shows this movie. What I like about this movie is that I'm thinking about Infinity War, but I will agree with you. They made Star-Lord an idiot.
Yeah.
And Star-Lord is like, he's what's the word? He's a bit like, he's not an idiot. Like
he clowns around, but he's not a clown.
Yes. The thing is, he's a master thief for a reason. Like, in the beginning of in the first Guardians, like, he's hired by different people to steal stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's worked with the Ravengers. Like, he's good at his job. And this movie, he did his job.
Exactly.
And
that's what I need.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like, there's a difference between, like, laughing with you and laughing at you. And I feel like in some movies, like, even Guardians 2 to an extent, but Infinity War, we were laughing at Star-Lord and we were calling him an idiot.
Yeah.
Because that's where he was presented.
Yeah.
But in this movie, it's like, no, he's very capable. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can goof around, but like, even, for example, in the scene where they're in that space facility, like, he tries to, like, we see him like try to like seduce like the assistant or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But there's a method to it.
Yeah.
He was buying time. He wasn't just like, oh, I'm dumb, let me lotion on the job.
Yeah.
No, it was like, there was, do you know what I'm saying? Just not the,
God forgive me if I bust my nine.
Like there was a reason to it. It was like, okay, like I need a distraction. I need a diversion. Let me think quick on my feet. But yeah, obviously we have that scene, and then we have the scene where all of them link up in like the hangar of in the hangar room of like the ship, and then the music kicks in. We're thinking, okay, cool, this is gonna cook. Who opens the door as soon? And then we see that obviously like High Evolutionary soldiers are coming in.
And
we see Drax open the door. From the moment that door opened,
it was good.
Mayhem and no, like literally, bro. The part where Rocket Raccoon starts running on the vines that Groot's putting out, then you see Gamora coming in with the sword, just cutting things.
cutting things.
Mantis doing Rey Mysterio, Hurricane
Mysterio,
Runners.
brother. Mantis
Bro.
did a reverse Hurricane Runner, and the guy landed on Groot's back.
On Cruz Mark. Star-Lord, just John Wick. Bang, bang.
The guy avoided being decapitated. Put a bomb on the guy's back.
Bro, Drax going full Mike Tyson, just boxing.
Brother, that wasn't Drax. That was Dave Bautista.
That was Batista.
That was Batista.
The animal.
That was-
The animal Batista. Bro.
Do you know how long I've been waiting for Batista to show up in...
That was Batista. But let me talk about this.
Go on.
Nebula. Oh, when
my
Nebula got
God.
shot. And then she started regenerating.
She was doing Disturbia, bro. She was doing...
Bro, she started regenerating. I said, what?
I didn't even know she was capable of that, fam.
What?
Do you know what I said to myself in the cinema, yeah? I said to myself, because I remember this, yeah? After Endgame, people were like, oh, Nebula and Gamora should have da-da-da-da to Thanos. I was like, nah, bro. I've seen Guardians 1 and 2. They can't touch Thanos. They can't touch Thanos. This one, they will smack up Thanos, bro. This Nebula would go dizzy, brother. The way, the effects, the effect on the thing she was doing was so cold.
It was ridiculous, bro. And then Gamora with the sword, which she started
slicing everywhere.
I said, this is what these are hoopers.
Brother.
These are the Guardians of the Galaxy.
This is Chicago Bulls, but 96 Chicago Bulls, 97 Chicago Bulls. That's
Bro, I said that. See, I feel like, that's Hall of Fame Marvel set pieces.
I can't think of many that are better.
I think, when we talk about Hall of Fame action scenes, I think of, obviously, Winter Soldier, Bucky versus Cap.
That might still be my favorite fight.
Cool. I think of Thanos versus Doctor Strange in Infinity War with the whole
fun, but I think Thanos versus Iron Man's better than that.
I don't know, you know.
That's it. I don't know.
But it's a different fight.
Yeah, okay. It's still in there. It's still in there.
I think this is up there.
This is up there
because I'm thinking like the Black Panther chase scene in Civil War is good.
Good, really good.
But I don't know. This is Hall of Fame. This is like top 5.
The fact that everyone gets their moment for me
is
what gets me, man. And the way it all links and syncs together. Bro, the teamwork, bro. Like Rocket and Groot's team up. Mantis and Groot's team up. The way Nebula shoots someone and then Drax comes with a fly kick and takes the guy's arm out. And then that leads into the way it all leads into each other. It's brilliant. I feel like, is it the best? I don't know yet. I've got to think it through, but it's
up there.
It's up there for
it's
sure.
All, like I said, it's Hall of Fame Marvel. I'm gonna say this. I think this is the best Guardians movie. I like this over 1.
I agree. I think I agree with you, bro.
I feel like 1 has the most heart. But then I say that, but then you have the whole backstory of Rocket. I feel like it's hard to compare 3 to 1 because obviously 3 builds off of us knowing these characters for so long. Where 1 was like a blank introduction to these man. And so I get it, but
if 3 had 1's action, we would have had the best Marvel film ever.
If 3 had 1's...
If 1 had 3's action,
got you.
This would have been the best. That would have been the best Marvel. I feel like what 1 has, 3 doesn't have. What 3 has, 1 doesn't have. And you know, like, so it's difficult. I love them all. And
I think the second one's the weakest, though.
It is. I enjoy it.
And it's a good movie, but I think the second one's
the weakest.
It's the weakest.
Ooh.
And I think this is a top 10 Marvel movie.
Top 10, for sure. What's going to chapter this? Ragnarok. Piss off, man.
Yeah, I think it's way better than Ragnarok. This is way better than Ragnarok. I would say, also, this is the best Marvel movie post-Endgame.
That boy's in hell. What? Yes.
You got No Way Home.
Cool. I
don't like No Way Home, but yeah.
I know. But even without No Way Home, okay, No Way Home, fair. But bro, what we gonna? Oh, what's better, this or Shang-Chi? Brother, come on. Eternals. And what's that other one?
What?
Headbanger. Doctor Strange, the docky one. Doctor Strange and Wanda.
Multiverse of Madness, that's a bad movie, man.
Rubbish film. Rubbish movies.
Movies.
Post Endgame.
Yeah, like I feel like this is the goal, but but I had this conversation with you after I watched the movie. But do you think like this is Marvel finally getting back into form, or this is just like a one-off and we've got a lot more, for lack of a better word, mid to expect? Because I feel like we're in phase 5 right now, but phase 4, I could unanimously say it wasn't a good phase.
Was not a good phase.
It was not. Top was not a good phase.
No.
Do you feel like, okay, this is just, okay, James Gunn, a seasoned director in Marvel, you know, doing his thing? Or do you feel like this is going to be something that's going to, you know, lead into other films being of high quality again?
If I'm going to be so honest, I left that movie more excited for DC than Marvel. Because I know where James is going. I know what he's going to bring to that table. I did not leave that film and see anything and go, I think Marvel are going to start doing that. Because I know Marvel. I know how they work.
Yeah.
And I know they like to go with different directors and different
visions
and all that. And as much as I gave them a bit of excuses for Phase 4 because they were going through a lot, I don't feel confident about the next upcoming movies. I think one of them is Captain America, but it's Falcon.
And then they've got the Marvels coming up next, which I think that's
could be good.
It could be good, but the problem is I feel like Captain Marvel's a decent movie. I don't think it's a bad movie. It's a decent movie.
No, I agree. It's decent.
I think it's decent. But I feel like it's a lot. They've got 3 different characters. They've got obviously Carol Danvers, Kamala Khan, and I can't remember the woman that was in One Division, but
I only know her real name. Tiona?
I can't remember her name. I'm a fan.
Monica. It's Monica. Monica Rambeau.
Yeah, Monica Rambeau. That's it. You've got them 3, and it's like, okay, 2 of them were introduced for the TV universe.
Okay.
And it's like, cool. How do we now put them all into one movie? Do you know what it is? My worry is I hate, not to compare it to this movie, I don't think it'll be as bad as Batman v Superman. But the reason I bring up Batman v Superman is because Batman v Superman tried to establish bare different characters in one movie. Now, granted, 2 of these characters were established in TV, but not everyone watches the TV shows.
Yeah, that's the problem.
How do you get all 3 characters to work in this movie? That's my concern. But we'll see. The most excited movie I'm most excited for is Blade, but I know nothing about that. All I know is Mahershala Ali's a great actor.
That's it.
And that's it. And then everything else, I'm waiting for what? X-Men and Fantastic Four, which is going to come like, what, in like 5-6 years.
Are you even gassed for Fantastic Four?
Yeah. I thought Fantastic Four opens a whole new like dimension of stuff, and I feel like the access, bro. Listen.
I'll be real. I don't feel the Fantastic Four, man.
Them 2000 movie. They're not the best, but I love them, man.
You like them? They're cool.
I love them, man.
But they're not good. They're fun, but they're not good. Because you were watching it on Film 4. That's why you liked it. If you went cinema to see it,
they used to come on Channel 4.
Channel 4
all the time.
All the time. If it's on there, it's cool. If I'm going cinema, I'm not going cinema to see that. But going back to the Marvels thing, my thing is more, do they all have the same power? Like, are they
No.
Oh, okay.
No, Kamala Khan is more... She's actually a mutant.
Oh, okay.
Her powers are more like... So, like, Carol Danvers' powers are more like cosmic.
Okay.
Like cosmic,
nice.
like we
Lovely.
saw. Kamala Khan's powers are more... It's like cosmic Mr. Fantastic. Like, she can stretch, she can, like, do different things. Like, it's a bit different.
Mm-hmm. And then there's Rambo.
Which, I don't know what her powers are exactly.
It's a bit weird to define.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see with that movie. But with this new phase, it's a lot of question marks. I'm not sure. And then we've got, obviously, the whole Kang thing. I'm not going to get into the controversy about my man, but the whole just Kang Multiverse of Madness I didn't like. And after
Ant-Man was dead as well.
Oh, yeah, Quantumania. So Quantumania. After Quantumania, I'm like, is this the big bad? Is this... Why? Like, I'm not excited. Like, the thing is about Kang, right, that annoyed me, it was a lot of lip service. It was like, he beat Thor, he beat this. Who? The man is... Who? I know it's not him.
Was it you? Was it your variant?
I know it's not him.
Yeah,
not even the fact that he was tussling with Ant-Man. You have the man that has clowns as sidekick like MODOK. who has jabronis like MODOK as sidekicks. Not this
Brother,
Kang.
that cannot be Kang. The Kang that beat Thor is mad. It must have been a different. Maybe the variant of Thor is
That's
a
a
bozo.
variant.
The variant of Thor must have been a bozo to be beaten by this Kang.
That's the variant that got sent to Earth by Odin.
Yeah.
That's not Thor.
Yeah.
No, like
That's not Thor. That's 5.
Nah, bro, you know what I'm saying? Oh,
Nah, it's not.
it's not
nice.
like I was like.
You know what people were thinking heading into the movie? Because we knew Kang was the big bad, they thought Ant-Man was gonna die. They thought, oh, this is the statement you make. You have him enter the film by killing a main character. Because that's what you promised us.
Bro, there were no. The problem is, you're setting up the big bad of the phase, and there are no real repercussions after that movie.
No.
Like,
No. I don't know what they were trying to do. Loki felt more, and what's mad is even in Loki, he's not even strong. Like he dies. But even that Loki Kang felt more menacing than Ant-Man.
because that Loki came with a threat that if you kill me, I'm ready to die. But you're unleashing worse. Is this the worst you're unleashing?
Is this it?
I beg, I'm gonna call Falcon.
What was
You call Falcon, he will deal with this Jagger
this
boy.
Zoba guy.
But I was like, is this the threat you're unleashing?
I was even thinking Sylvie did us a favor. What? These are the Kangs that we have to
I
worry
beg,
about.
bring them.
Oh yeah, bring them.
Bring
Oh, yeah,
them. I'm not scared. But the thing is, it's just like with Kang, I'll give like the performance of Kang was good, but then just Kang, the way he's written, I'm not impressed. And it's like,
I'm gonna be real. It wasn't that good though.
it was fine.
People gassed it up. It was not that good. They were saying, "Oh my god, it's like Thanos." Nah.
No. But I just don't think the material he was given was that good. But I feel like what he done, it's okay. But I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's why I want to introduce Fantastic Four. Give me Galactus and Silver Surfer and these, man. Give me Doctor Doom. I want Doctor Doom. That's what I want.
Doctor Doom makes the most sense as well for the climate of the Marvel Universe.
That's
right
what
now.
I want. The Fantastic Four. It's less about them and it's more about
What they can give you.
what they can bring. Because I want them to wrap this Kang saga up immediately. Wrap up this Kang saga so we get to the good stuff.
Immediately.
So we can get
Let's kill him by what's the next one? The next film with Captain America 4. Yeah.
to
Falcon, deal with him. Oh yeah, deal with him.
Falcon and Bucky.
go do your work, fam.
No, but literally, the thing is when it comes to Marvel, and it's kind of sad that the thing I'm looking forward to is X-Men, because X-Men is going to be, but I'm even scared of, I don't even know how they're going to bring X-Men into this whole MC universe. But like X-Men got their own thing. They've got like their whole universe of people that they could use and all of that type of stuff. I'd love to see like the whole mutant human thing, the whole mutant and human like rivalry in the MCU. But when it comes to like what we have like to look forward to now,
It's not looking good, bruv.
I can't. Sure, whatever.
Disney Plus it, innit? In fact, if Disney Plus was not here, I'd be so much more angry because I'd be like, oh, what? So I'll go cinema and watch this stuff. Brother, I'll watch it on Disney Plus, fam.
I'm not watching it on Disney Plus. I don't care for the TV shows. Like even Daredevil. What the
I mean
hell?
the movies, innit? Like I watch it
the
later.
movies, yeah.
I'll watch it later.
But even this new Daredevil thing they're doing, I'm very scared. I'm very scared.
Be afraid. Be
Like-
very
like-
afraid.
Like, I'm not gonna like the internet has already poo-pooed on She-Hulk enough. I'm not gonna add to it. But Daredevil, Matt Murdock, that's not the Netflix one.
It's not.
If we're talking about best comic book TV shows, it's Daredevil. Like it's really Daredevil.
I can't think of a show that attached to it.
No, maybe Punisher.
No, Punisher don't chat to that.
Season 1's good.
Punisher don't even chat to Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones was good. Season 1 was good. but
Season one for me is the best season. The Netflix Marvel thing of that. The best show is Daredevil.
Yeah,
But season 1 of Jessica Jones, unreal.
yeah. But yeah, like I said, none of these Disney Plus shows reach that quality.
Nah, they don't.
Like it feels like okay though, some of them are better than Luke Cage, and all of them are better than Iron Fist and Defenders because those were abysmal, rubbish. But I know Disney aren't gonna produce the same quality that Daredevil Netflix produced.
It could still be good in its own way though.
But why cast this? No, my problem is why cast him? Why cast it? My thing is, yeah, if you want to do Daredevil and take it in a unique way, I'm all fine with that. Don't cast the guy you got me from the Netflix.
Yeah.
Because we've still got in the Netflix one. It ended in the cliffhanger. Bullseye's still there.
Yeah.
I want to finish that story. If you wanted to take Daredevil on a whole new, fresh take, by all means, recast. But now you got him in No Way Home on doing stuff. Then you got him
he was there.
He was in No Way Home. So I'm like, cool. Cool. Is this like is this the same Matt Murdock or is it the different Matt Murdock just cast the same person? Cool. Where's the MCU Kingpin? I know Kingpin's in Hawkeye, to be fair.
Oh, that one was stinky as well. No.
But you see, that's my problem. It's like you're taking characters from other like universes or series or whatever. Because technically the Daredevil's in the MCU, but it feels very different. But
and you're just refurbishing them.
Just start fresh.
Yeah.
None of us have a problem if you start fresh.
Yeah, no one.
Even me. Do you know the show I want you to start fresh on?
Go on.
Luke Cage.
Yeah,
start fresh.
Start fresh.
Start fresh.
I insist.
Start fresh.
I insist.
Do it again.
I even insist, fam.
Do it again.
Because what was going on there, boy?
That Jafaican accent in season 2.
Them call me Bushmaster.
Oh, Bushmaster. Jesus. That was bad.
That was bad.
My man was doing the dab. Luke Cage was dabbing on camera.
Big hench. And Method Man was rapping for him. Oh no, yeah.
Come on, man. Hey yo, dog, you Luke Cage. Appreciate what you doing, man. Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang, you know.
In 2015. It was like 2050. Come on, bro.
2015, bro. At least get Drake or something, man. What's Method Man doing there?
Bro.
No, it was
bad. I get it was New York, but still like, bro. Luke Cage, you can do that again. Yeah, Iron Fist, do it again. Do that again.
I insist you do Iron Fist again.
All look like, bro, bear these, but do it again. But come
Daredevil,
on, man.
Yeah, it's a tender one.
Like, you can do Daredevil again, but don't get the same guy you got on the previous years. I don't know, man. When it comes, but what you said about DC,
it's gonna cook from. I think so. DC, I mean, they got good. I mean, they got Joker 2 coming out, which I know it doesn't feel like Joker. Almost doesn't feel like a superhero movie. It's not pretty much not. It's like a character study. But obviously they got Flash. Flash movie looks good. I don't think it will be though. It looks good, but I don't get the feeling. I don't know. Something is telling me it's not going to be good. But it might be. I don't know.
I mean, because Ezra Miller's doing Zoba on set, we don't know about them. But like, yeah, Flash looks decent. I can't. But if it's not Batman, I don't trust DC. To be fair, no. James Gunn's Suicide Squad was cold.
It was. It was very good. That was a very good one.
But then,
for me, that's probably where he started to take action more seriously. You know.
I don't know what they do. Do they? Because their cinematic universe is a flop.
Flopped it bad.
So do you just start again? Like, do you like big man team? like, what do we do with DC at this point?
Start again.
Like, do we just I don't get it.
How many reboots can one?
No, because deep it. Like, what do we do? Because the thing is, you've brought in James Gunn to like fix the universe, but the universe is broken.
It's broken.
It's very broken.
You can't fix it, boy. You can't fix it.
We can't fix this.
But at the same time, as much as I can't fix it, I don't think I can be asked to invest in another universe. That's tiring.
But bro, they've already shagged themselves because this, like, the Robert Pattinson's The Batman is his own thing already.
Okay.
You can't bring that into this one. The tones are just different.
So we're gonna have.
So it's already his own thing.
What are we gonna have?
So you're gonna continue. Batman's always been on his own. Cool. So you want to do Superman. Henry Cavill don't want to. Warner Brothers don't want to bring back Henry Cavill. So
don't know why.
I don't know why. He's a good Superman.
That's what I'm thinking.
So I don't know. They don't want to bring him back. So cool. You recast. At this point, Wonder Woman, I'm not gonna miss her.
No.
The only person I say let him cook is Aquaman.
Really?
I like Jason Momoa.
Please, man.
I like Momoa.
It ain't worth it. It ain't worth the funds. I can get a cheap Momoa, man. I'll get Roman Reigns to do it.
But at this point, it's a mess, bro.
Yeah,
it's a mess.
It is.
It's a mess. Because you don't want to give Superman his own movie.
No.
You don't want to, like, all they know is Batman. So at this point,
Batman and vibes, you know.
Even
it's Batman and vibes.
Bro, even Suicide Squad, yeah, cool. You got Jason, you got the Suicide Squad them, cool. They're cooking. They got Peacemaker, they got all of these things cooking. So we're gonna do bring Ben Affleck back as Batman. I don't want that.
Are you sure? I think Affleck was good. The movies failed him. Think about his. Oh wait, no. In Batman Superman, he was good. Now, okay, come on, be real, man. He was good.
Listen,
Wonder Woman.
I don't like that Batman.
Oh really?
I don't like.
You just proper don't like it because he kills.
It's just Ben Affleck's an amazing actor. It's not like I don't like that Batman, bro. That Batman is.
What don't you like about him?
Like Batman's always been edgy, but that one is even the highest of edgy. I'm gonna run people over with the Batmobile. I know he redeemed himself in Batman, but I'm gonna run people over with the Batmobile. There's God bleed. Big, shut up. Take this guy away from me. I don't like this Batman. But I hear you. There's stuff you can do with Ben Affleck, but then Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, you can't take one without taking away everything.
I even tried to mock her by mimicking something she said. I couldn't think of anything because I don't remember a thing she did.
All she has is great music. That's one thing I will never sleep on DC is
the music.
Music and action scenes.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, the action's incredible.
Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Man of Steel to this day.
That film is garbage. That film is garbage.
Superman was hooping though.
Yeah. He was hooping.
Superman was.
He was hooping, but it ain't easy.
The story, listen, when he was breaking people's necks, I'm like, aye, Superman, relax. But
the fighting was cold.
The fighting.
I'm sorry, that film is too awful. That's when I realized
I don't
action
think
is not
that bad.
It's awful. But his dad is there's an earthquake. Hey, yo, let me cook. What's going on?
Yeah, that's the dumbest.
Your son has super speed. No one's gonna even be able to deep. It's him.
The whole thing about Papa Kent dying in the comics and the Superman was that he died of a heart attack.
And that's something Superman cannot prevent.
Can't prevent. But no, I think Man of Steel has. It's not. I don't think Man of Steel is that bad. I think Man of Steel is. It's alright. I think it's
because the DC universe is rubbish. That's why you've been able to keep it on a high pedestal. It's bad. It's bad. You're even laughing. It's bad, bro. We're in trouble. You're laughing at our peril. We're in trouble.
But yeah, I think DC. Like start again. No, I bet
it. Yeah,
I've
never deeped it. I'll firm it. They started that Man of Steel universe in 2012. Brother, I was 15.
Bro, it's gone nowhere.
Bro, it's actually gone backwards. Somehow.
It's gone nowhere.
Like somehow, DC is in a worse position than it was in 2012.
Bro. In that universe is the most disjointed universe I've ever seen in my life. How can you have one movie, but then it was so bad they had to release a Snyder cut for it.
And then the Snyder cut was even 5 hour long, by the way.
I said, nah. You man weren't cooking. Let me season. Now it's over seasoned. Bland. It's either you take bland or you take over seasoned. Which one? That's original or over seasoned. Like,
it's either undercooked or overcooked.
Overcooked. Like it's confused.
It's confused, man.
The universe is confused. You know that meme of the guy. There's one guy that ends. One day he's Muslim, next day he's Christian. You're confused, bro. That's the DC universe. You're confused.
That's Superman. One day he's a hero, next day he's a killer. You're confused,
Superman is a war criminal.
He's a demon, bro.
There's a scene in Batman v Superman, yeah, where the whole like then like a courtroom, like a Senate room. The Senate room blows up, yeah.
Yeah.
Superman's obviously he lives because he's Superman.
Okay, cool.
He's walking out with his head down, and people are like, "Oh, what the hell happened? You're Superman. You should be consoling the people. This man wants to be doing." Bro, this guy will be the movie was pissing me off. There'll be so many scenes with Superman. Now people are trying to touch him, and he's like,
"Yeah,
some Messiah thing."
Messiah, bro.
I'm like, what's going? And then don't even get me started on Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. What's an abomination? Zack Snyder.
Your crimes have not gone.
Zack Snyder, Rock Nation, Zack Snyder. You will crumble. It's not over. You will crumble. Listen, I'm onto him.
Nah, brother. Jesse Eisenberg is one of the worst portrayals ever.
What?
I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
I don't get. That's not Lex Luthor, bro.
At all.
That's not Lex Luthor. Jesse, I don't know what Jesse Eisenberg. He's the Riddler, bro.
Brother.
Jesse Eisenberg's the Riddler. That's what he should be.
He was talking in that whole movie. Yeah. Do you know what he was talking? You know, sometimes Kendrick Lamar does those weird voices.
Yeah.
That's how Jesse Eisenberg was talking about. What? The red comes to come. I said, Lex Luthor, powerful billionaire, like maniac. That's my Lex Luthor. I'm not gonna take
Lex Luthor.
Even Smallville's one was better than that.
Smallville's Lex Luthor was cold. This Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor is doing To Pimp a Butterfly interludes.
It sounds like Baby Keem.
It sounds like Baby Keem, fam. What the hell? I remember he was conflicted.
Coming at the cool.
Batman, I remember he was conflicted. Shut up. Shut up. Get this bozo off the stage.
Oh my God.
Boo. Bozo. Absolute. Jesse Eisenberg's like, no. Like, do you know what it is? How'd you get the guy from Social Network to do Lex Luthor?
I know. So you were watching Mark Zuckerberg and you said
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor. Oh,
to be fair, in theory, I get it.
No. Okay, yeah.
In theory,
yes,
I get it. In execution, they gave my man a wig.
Oh.
Lex Luthor's bold.
Jesse Eisenberg didn't even look menacing bold. He looked
Bro.
like, he looked like just one bold dude.
What happens when God faces man?
Oh.
I was, oh, shut up.
Get out
DC,
here.
DC, all they can get right is Batman.
No.
That's it. All they can get right is Batman.
For some reason, Batman's the
Batman
only
is the only thing.
Only
They
thing.
will continue to cook. Everything else is terrible.
Terrible.
But yeah.
Guardians 3. Back to Guardians 3. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
because I forgot to even say this.
Yeah.
Yeah. The combo they gave the High Evolutionary at the end was so funny.
Oh, bro.
But he didn't hit the ground in 3 moves. Like, you know those Marvel vs. Capcom combos when they're in the air.
No, I can't lie. When Rocket freed the rest of the raccoons and saw High Evolution and the way he started tearing his face.
Yeah.
I said, yeah.
Yes.
Just finish him.
Just finish him. And the scream Rocket let out when the one died, I was like, oh nah, man, this is deep.
I can't know the scene where obviously he was talking to his friends in the afterlife. You're not ready to come back to us. Like, you've got friends over there. Rocket's backstory got me, man.
If it wasn't for how good things were done before that, I wouldn't have liked that scene. I would probably think it was a bit corny. But because I just loved everything about them, it just felt so earned.
Yeah, it felt earned. That's the thing. Everything about Rocket felt very earned. And it's we always alluded to Rocket's past in previous movies, the whole joke about I'm not a raccoon, and obviously we see his scars. And then just seeing how he is who he is, it makes sense. Seeing Rocket's past made me 100% understand why he is the way he is. It made me completely understand. I'm completely care for him. But yeah, overall, man, Guardians was incredible, man.
Incredible.
It's the first Marvel movie in a while where I say I can't wait to watch that again.
Yeah, I can't wait as well. Question. Comparing that Guardians trilogy to other trilogies, where does it rank for you?
Second. After Cap.
For me, Guardians is first. I'll be real, yeah. No disrespect. Cap is not a trilogy. It's 3 movies. They're way too different from each other. One is in the 40s, one is a political thriller, and one is Avengers 2.5.
I say Winter Soldier and Civil War linked to each other.
Yeah, okay. I can give you
those two. No, I agree. The first movie is I don't like Captain America: First Avenger. I don't like that movie.
Me neither. Well, okay.
I don't like it as much. I don't like it that much. I don't think it's a bad movie. I just don't particularly like it. So I agree. That one, and that's why when people compare Captain America to Batman trilogies, that movie holds Captain America back.
But for me, Dark Knight Rises holds Batman back.
First.
But you're still go on.
But I feel like First Avenger holds Captain America back.
Yeah, way more than Batman.
But with the Captain America trilogy, you have 2 movies that are in my Marvel top 5.
Mine too. Yeah.
So
Winter
it's
Soldier and Civil War are strong.
Do you know what I'm saying? Winter Soldier is top 3.
Yeah.
So it's you have 2 of the best movies in Marvel to exist. And I know some people feel that way about Guardians in terms of Guardians 1. Some people feel like Guardians is a top 5 Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I don't personally.
Yeah.
But I hear it.
Yeah.
but I feel like Guardians is a more. I feel like it's the more consistent trilogy because would I put Guardians 2 over Captain America 1?
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
I might.
You would.
I might.
You would.
I might. It's a conversation, but I might.
Cap 1 is nice, but Guardians 2's got a lot of heart.
I feel like Guardians is a franchise it's the most consistent in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's like the movie's better than like 2, but like 2 isn't bad. So it's like it maintains the consistency. I can cook Spider-Man.
I love this. Personally, I love it.
I could cook that trilogy, but we don't have enough time. But I love
it.
I'm gonna get your days. Your days.
It's good, man. I like
Tom Holland's good. Tom Holland's amazing.
I think for me, because of what they want Spider-Man to be in this moment in time, I'm okay with it. But 4 to 6 needs to rev it up. I will say.
Who's the director now?
What? John Watts or something?
John Watts! John Watts! Your days are numbered. You're in trouble. Listen. No. Artistically, of course. Artistically. You have to preface artistically. No frets. But your listen, your Spider-Man days are numbered. You're in trouble. You're in trouble because when I come on this podcast and I cook, you're gonna understand. But you're gonna understand.
Since we're making friends, Russo brothers, what you did to Star-Lord cannot be forgiven, you know.
Hey, but they gave us the best.
No, it cannot be forgiven. It cannot be forgiven.
Like Thanos, sacrifices have to be made, man.
Man.
But yeah, I feel like it goes. Captain America, Guardians, Spider-Man, and then Thor.
Oh,
because obviously
Thor over Iron Man.
Iron Man's a bad trilogy, bro. It's carried by 1.
I like 3.
I don't like 3. That bullshit Mandarin plot line pissed me off. Ooh.
I'll be so honest. Ooh. I don't care about the actual Mandarin enough to be fazed by that.
No, but you know what it is? It's not even about, because I'm not a big comic guy either, but it's the whole setup they did with the Mandarin in the beginning about he looked like the most menacing, intimidating villain.
Yeah, okay.
And it's like you have this pretty boy bozo.
I'll be honest.
Right,
you know
man.
what it is?
And then the final...
It's carried by Tony and his performance.
Yes.
It's a great Tony... For me, what I love about Iron Man 3 is just... It's a great way of us getting to know Tony, and it gives me a refreshing change on the superhero with his anxiety and like all the stuff he goes through. And there's some really fun scenes, like when he's saving everyone in the airplane, and when the Mandarin attacks his house, all that. But I will agree, the villain stuff, I don't get why they did that. Bro, I don't get it. I will say I don't get it.
Number 2 is a mess.
Number 2 is bad.
Number 1's goated. Number 1 is like, and not even because it started the franchise. If you go back, it's a very good movie. Brilliant. In fact, I don't know what's better. No.
Well, go on.
I was gonna say Thor. What's a better trilogy? Thor, Captain America, Thor, or Iron Man?
Okay, for me, I like Iron Man 3 and I like Iron Man 1, so I'll go Iron Man over Thor. Thor, I only like the third one. I like Ragnarok. But I think Ragnarok's one of the most overrated movies in MCU. It's overrated because 1 and 2 are so bad.
Yeah, I think Ragnarok is very overrated.
It's fun though. It is fun.
No, John Watts, I take it back. Taika Waititi!
Yeah.
Taika
Waititi as well. Me, I'm here too.
Taika Waititi!
Yeah, your crimes.
You will answer for your crimes.
You will pay for your crimes.
Because listen, Taika Waititi tricked Madden with Ragnarok, because I had a problem with Ragnarok's comedy. I thought you see the scene that pissed me off here was when Surtur destroyed Asgard and Mandem are making jokes.
Yeah.
This is the planet that Thor, Loki, the entire planet is destroyed. This is not a laughing matter, bro.
Yeah, sometimes it don't have to happen.
You have Mandem like Korg is funny, bro. You have Mandem like Korg.
Korg also tricked us. He stopped being funny after that film.
Facts. But you have Mandem like Korg make jokes at the expense of the planet. Bro, Odin just died.
Yeah.
Stop playing games. This is why I don't. This is the thing about Marvel that started to piss me off. Is like, there were so many moments where they would use humor to undercut the serious moments in the film. Don't do that, bro.
See, but this is what I feel like the difference is between Guardians and James Gunn and other directors.
Yeah.
James Gunn uses humor. He uses comedy. He always plays it, but it never takes away from the movie. As funny as Drax is, when it's time for Drax to make us be upset, we're upset.
Yeah.
Star-Lord, we're upset. He's upset, we're upset. And humor will be around it a little bit, but not in a way that undercuts it. Like when when Gamora is like, I don't care about your Gamora. But that scene is tense. And there's a little bit of humor in there, but not enough to undercut the scene and not enough to undercut what Star-Lord is going through. And then the humor is put in after to relieve the tension we felt. The way Taika Waititi does it, there's no tension at all.
Bro, everything's a joke.
Everything
Everything's
is a joke.
And obviously, like, Ragnarok was a good movie.
It is.
But I could see.
You can see the disaster.
Yeah. And then when Love and Thunder came, I said, I knew it. Because man, them tried to gaslight me for years. I was like, I'm not sure about Love and Thunder. I'm not sure about Ragnarok. I like the movie, but there's elements of the movie that bug me. They're like, no, Ragnarok's cold. And then when Love and Thunder came out, I said, these are the exact problems I had with Ragnarok. Exasperated.
And it's worse because now it's not even funny.
It's not even funny, bro.
It's not even funny anymore.
Including dumb goats because you saw a Taylor Swift video.
You know how old that Taylor Swift video was, bro?
Ah.
Man, I was in secondary school when I saw them goats. The song, and I'm lying on a cold hard ground. I was in year 8.
Before we go, my thing for Thor, make Thor medieval again. Make Thor like a high fantasy thing again. I don't care if we don't have Asgard anymore. Bring Thor back to his high fantasy roots.
See, for me, my biggest issue is, people always talk on Twitter about, this character suffered the most, this character suffered the most. Everyone always talks about how Thor lost his dad, Thor lost his son, Thor lost his brother, whatever. Yeah, when I see Love and Thunder and I see the way Thor's behaving, it doesn't look like a guy who's lost anything. He's the same old Thor.
Bro,
Look at the way Star-Lord is in Guardians 3.
And the thing is, the problem is, even in Endgame, as much as the whole Fat Thor thing was good, what was a nice idea, it was played for jokes. I would have rather, I would have rather? I think what would have made it more effective for me is if Thor became borderline, like, I don't want to use the word, but very skinny.
Oh.
So like he loses all his weight and he looks like disheveled homeless. Because I feel like the Fat Thor thing is played for jokes. Like he's a Reddit user. He's a Discord member. He's just trolling online playing video games. And it's like, of course, like there's the moment where he talks. I think he talks
to his mama.
Excellent moment. But I feel like the
most of it is him being
Fat
jokes.
Thor thing is too on the nose of comedy. Bro, I think
I think I agree with you. I think they get away with it. Yeah. I get what you mean. You see what you were saying about Ragnarok and them getting away with it? That's what exists as well in Fat Thor. It's something that you get away with it, but you were really walking the line of, oh, this is just comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You really walked that line.
For sure, man. For sure. But yeah, man, we finally spoke about Marvel. We're definitely going to speak about it again. But before we go, Jimmy, tell the people where they can find you at. Yeah,
same as last time. Groovy, I was on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all that. Literally the same things. Is there any other different handles? No, because I've literally kept the same handle everywhere.
Yeah.
So Groovy, I was on TikTok. Groovy, I was on Instagram. Groovy, I was on Twitter.
Yeah. You can follow me on Twitter at NKPreach. Follow me on TikTok at NKPreach. Follow me on Instagram at NKgram. But most importantly, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Apple Podcasts. Make sure you follow us on Spotify. Make sure you follow us on any podcast provider that you use. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, YouTube. Get us to 1K subscribers on YouTube. Keep liking and reposting and stitching the TikToks. We appreciate that a lot. But yeah, this has been the Rare Podcast. We are signing out. Deuces.
Y'all niggas got me hot. Yeah.